Bless you indeed, everybody. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about spiritual fathers or spiritual parents. Now, we know that in the Bible, we have the Old Testament and the New Testament. So God gives us both sides. You have the front of the hand and the back of the hand. Now, Paul showed us where there were instances of spiritual father, be his son Timothy, etc. And there are other parts of the Bible also. But the Bible also shows us, for example, John the Baptist. Who was John the Baptist's spiritual father? Who was Jesus's spiritual father? Because he came in the flesh like a man, just like you and I. Who was his spiritual father? My point is, in the Bible shows you both sides of it. So, if people say to me, a spiritual father, is it a must? I would say no. Reason is, if God connects you or assigns you to a spiritual father, then that is the perfect will of God for you. But God does not assign every person to a spiritual father or spiritual parent. Now, the reason for this is because often there are many ministries who manipulate this. If the spiritual father don't release you, you can do nothing. And many people are living under a curse because of a spiritual father or a person who have manipulated that authority or that gifting that God has placed on them to steward others. There's no need to have a spiritual father. Who was John the Baptist's covering? So as I read the Bible and I see and I study these things, so my point here is, it is good to submit. Submission is correct to, submit to authority and governing authority. But when we go back to the book of Isaiah 55, as high as the heavens are than the earth, so are my ways and my thoughts higher than your ways and your thoughts. There are also people that Jesus is sending out like John the Baptist, that God will use them in a way they might not have a spiritual father. They might not have a spiritual covering. Jesus will be your spiritual covering. And here is why we have to be very mindful with the spiritual parentage, because look at the Catholics. They believe if they don't go and the priest and talk to the priest, they have no relationship with God. They must go to the priest. There are also people who believe if I don't have a spiritual father, they are thinking the same way as Catholics think. So this can be a very dangerous thing. This can be a very dangerous thing because this can be manipulated and misconstrued. So I would say, if Jesus appoints you with a spiritual father, then so be it, because there are ministers out there who don't have spiritual fathers and mothers, and God is using them like any person else. You just need to understand what is the perfect will of Jesus for your life. Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray, oh God, that you will give your people eyes to see and ears to hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. Oh God, make them sensitive to your Spirit. Give them the grace to obey and not sacrifice. To obey and not compromise. I salute you, my brothers and sisters. God bless you. Shalom.